about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Break. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Check 45. Check 4. Check 4. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down. Here we go. 120. It's just me. Sunday.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Wentz now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. Hey, let's get him.
Wentz going to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Check tight. Check tight. Kill. Kill. Hey, over. 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. Check. Mike 96. Let's get it together.
Wentz now on first down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On play action, it's Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And his kick here is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Jackson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Interception on the day, baby.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Check. 61, matchbox light.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
What? Twist. Out. Check. Under 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Shift. Solid. Check, nickel.
And to give this time to the tailback. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Throwing on first is Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Freeman. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
And an Eagle first down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Eagles 3, Ravens nothing.
Mike, back. 20.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a lot of headway on that carry, but when you're dealing with a defensive line that can cover up your center, sometimes you got to think about getting out of that play. Not going to be a lot of space when that happens.
Alert 3. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Win 5-3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Check 3. Shift. Tighten up. You go tight. Rip. You got tight right there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Hill. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get that ball. Shoot. Any weapon. Look smart. 90 is the mic. Go. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here we go.
Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Single, slap. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Watch one. Watch the slam. Slam. Check 37.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, check. 3 down. Yeah. Let's go, defense. That's it, defense.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, we got four down. Watch the safety creep. Hey, alert 3. Back. Great.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
180. Kill. I'm here all day. Watch 30. Hey, wahoo!
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Another score from around the league, meanwhile, up in Cleveland. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, a full half to be played. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now they'll run it on the toss. Gets past one man. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Here it comes. Here it comes. Mike 36. Mike 36.
Throwing is Wentz. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson, he's going to wind up and air it out. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a carry here for their fullback. For even a 1st down and more. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Royce Freeman, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson now, throwing on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll try and run with their fullback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Still a few inches short of the first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Check 26. Check 26. Let's find two. Let's find two.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
We got 4. Wide, get wide. 25, check 25, check 25. Check 4, check 4. Watch the edge. He's coming. Sunday.
And again this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Sponge. No.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35.
2 times. 4, Tokyo. 4 there. Alert. Mike 4. Go. Mike 4. Here we go. Mike 4. I'm coming. Mike 4.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Double tight. Everyone got 4 down. Watch twist. Kill.
On first down, it's Sharp. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Good job.
A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, and it's Hill again. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. It certainly wasn't one of the more conventional plays ever run, but it gained a first down, and they got the ball in the hands of a playmaker.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Jackson now. Got a man. It's Brown. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Brings up 4th down and
1. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. 90 is a mic.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll come out in the pistol. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 3 yards out, and the Ravens cut into that lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives. And a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw, it's Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they try the right side here. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 120! Block me. Under 10. Black, come on. 10. Wait, good.
Now a handoff looking right. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now they try the right side here. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
Just 3!